Hello, this is Luna from herlanguage.dk tuning in with this weekly Tarot de Marseille card reading for week 41 from October 8 till October 14. Please remember that this is a general reading on us being human beings here on planet Earth, so it will not resonate with your own private lives in details necessarily. However, if you would like a personal reading, please tune in on my website herlanguage.dk for more information. I do readings in both Danish and English. Now let's see what this week's reading has for us. Now before I start the reading, I will like to tell you about the meditation that I had before I shuffled the cards, as I always do, where I was listening to some music which was inspired from, I think, native people from the rainforest, and it was like being played with some beautiful music, very rhythmic music, and I really felt kind of down to earth. I really felt that Mother Earth was talking through the trees from the rainforest. So this particular message this week is coming from Mother Earth herself, or Gaia as her name is. So let's see what she's trying to tell us this week. Now, as I shuffled the cards, two major arcana cards came out simultaneously, and those were the only cards I drew from the major arcana card deck. There were no other cards coming out. So let's see what they're telling us about. The cards that came out was the Justice card, card number 8, talking about balance, and card number 14, the Temperance card, which is talking about transformation, But they came out upside down. Now what is that telling us about? Well, if we take the first card, card number 8, the Balance card, it's talking about that we can't see things clearly right now. It's about prejudice, it's about rudeness, it's about problems coming from kind of an unjust behavior. So what is that telling us? What could that tell us a little bit? Let's see if card number 14 can tell us a little bit more about that. Now card number 14 is the Temperance card, talking about balance. And we are still in the zodiac sign of Libra this month, which is all about balance and harmony. And we are in that sign until 22nd or 23rd of October. So this card is telling us that we are seeing that unjust behavior because of inattentions, because of us being in opposition against one another. We are talking about illnesses and tiredness, actually. So I pulled some cards from the Minor Arcana card deck to see if that could give us a little bit more specific details on these two major arcana cards. The first card I drew, or that came out from the Minor Arcana card deck, was 8 of Pentacles. Now Pentacles is about our material life, about our economics, our financial status. And so 8 of Pentacles is talking about autonomy and improving knowledge and learning. But I get the feeling that it's about us being our own leaders. We want to lead our own lives economically. We want to be independent, think about our own money. And it's also speaking to me about the wrong kind of knowledge, that we are not being taught what is really the truth. And so we are not learning the right things right now, the true things going on in the world. Now I pulled another 2 cards from the Minor Arcana card deck, and the two cards came out simultaneously. The first of the 2 cards is Queen of Wands, and the second card is 4 of Wands. So now we are talking about our creative activity, our physical bodies actually, our physical state. And so first we have Queen of Wands coming in. Now she's the friend. She's coming in with need of understanding, trust and cordiality. So I have the feeling that this is actually Mother Earth herself coming in with her physical nature to tell us that we can trust her, that she loves us, that she wants to help us do the right things and act on the right things, because Deck of Wands is, like I said before, about our creative activity, it's about our physical activities, so we need to take action. Now, this could also be the energy within you, that you just feel more connected to your more divine kind of nature, so it's the kind of inner energy you will feel. It could also, however, mean that a woman actually will come into your life with that kind of trust and cordiality, showing you what to act on. And so we move to Four of Wands. We're still talking about our creative activities, our physical activities, and our physical state. And so Four of Wands is talking about alliances, society, tranquility, and rural life, actually. So I have the feeling that Gaia is talking about leaving that busy money life alone and trying to stop being our own leaders and trying to join alliances, because that's where the true reward is. And also, if we don't have a place in the countryside to go to, if we don't have family or friends living in the countryside where we could find tranquility, then Mother Earth is asking us to find a place in the big cities where we could find a little bit of peace just for a few minutes and go within to try and find that tranquility going on inside of us, which we all have, because that's the kind of energy we need to act upon right now. Remember, still, we're talking about the Deck of Wands, so we are on the physical level now. It's about our creative and physical activities right now, so we need to act. Now, to get an overall picture of what this week is telling us, as usual, I look at the bottom of the deck of each card deck, and of course we start with the Major Arcana card deck, and the card that I found there is card number 6, the Lovers. However, it came out upside down like the two first Major Arcana cards we pulled. So what is that telling us about? Well, it's talking about choice. So we have a choice here. However, since the card is coming out upside down, it's talking about us being indecisive. We don't know which way to go right now. It's like we're being tempted by the money, you know, the rush of having money in our lives, spending money, just gather more and more and more. But as we all know, more is less. So Mother Earth is trying to tell us to really leave that kind of material life kind of behind us and try to focus more on our physical bodies, what we actually do every day. What do you create every day? Now, to find some more specific details on this card, I looked at the bottom of the card. Now, to find some more specific details on this, I looked at the bottom of the Minor Arcana card deck, and here we find Ace of Pentacles. So again, we are on that material level in our lives, talking about money. Now, Ace of Pentacles is talking about kind of victory, increase in wealth and gathering and profit, but we really need to step out of that. We have a choice right now. We don't know exactly which way to go, but like in my prior readings, something is telling us that we need to try and start to go with that inner voice, the voice of tranquility, the rural life, alliances which are beneficial for us in a whole new different understanding than we have ever known of before, like the Four of Wands was talking about. So please have that in mind for this week. Now, to see if there are some additional messages, I pulled some angel cards from the original angel card deck, written and drawn by Joy Drake and Kathy Tyler. Now, as usual, I ask for only one card, but as always, multiple cards come out, and they also did for this week. Now let's see what cards came out. 3 cards came out at the same time, and I don't know if you could see it, they're a bit small, but the first card I'll read for you is Synthesis. Now we had that card last week too, with the rainbow, trying to build a bridge between dimensions and between people in our lives. It's also this week talking about telepathy. I feel that we can get in contact with not only new alliances and societies like the Four of Wands was talking about, but we could also get in contact with intelligence from outside of our world in other dimensions. The next 2 cards that came out were Adventure and Delight. At the last card you have the feeling that there's a party going on between the angels. So I feel that this is also talking about synthesis between these 2 words, between adventure and delight. Mother Earth is trying to remind us that we must not forget why we are here. We must start remembering our soul contracts, what we came here to do. And certainly we did not come here to make money and profit. That's for certain. So she's asking us to start by finding our own joy, joyful life, joyful adventure. What did you used to dream about when you were a child? It's like that childish delight, childish joy that we need to get into contact with to find out what we're really here to do. And we need to allow ourselves to go into these adventures. Now maybe that means that you have to quit your job, not forever, maybe for a while, to figure out what to do. If you have any doubts about what to do with your life, start acting on that doubt, because the doubt is not there just for fun. Well, it could be funny, but only when you start to find out what it really means to your life. It's there for a reason. So we need to start allowing ourselves to really live out our innermost adventure with delight, because only through that we can create a new society for every one of us, where we all benefit from just being together, assisting each other. And that also again brings us back to the Four of Wands, about societies and new alliances. And remember that that is coming in with a lot of trust and a lot of cordiality from Mother Earth. She will be there to guide us. Now, something new for this weekly card reading. I also pulled a stone to see if there is some extra energy coming in for us to go through this week. And I pulled Tiger Eye. Now, don't know if you can see it that clearly, but it's a brown stone with some yellow or orange colors in between. Now, the reason I pulled this stone is because it's good to keep us grounded when we have somewhat chaotic thoughts or we're feeling stressed. It's helping us to see clearly again. So it's about having some strong earth energy, and of course I also pulled it because the message in this weekly card reading is from Mother Earth, is from Gaia, and so it's talking about keeping our ground. And most importantly, it's also a stone that is revealing the truth. So at the end, the truth will come forth. Now, as I mentioned before, there is some yellow color in between the brown color, the brown lines. Now, the yellow color of the stone is referring to our solar plexus chakra, which is talking about manifestation. So something is going on a physical level right now, which leads us back to the Four of Wands, that we must take action It's about our physical and creative activities. Now, about revealing the truth. This stone is talking about revealing the truth. It brings us back to the Eight of Pentacles, which was all about improving knowledge and learning, which we were talking about, that we are not being taught the right information right now at schools or institutions. There is something else going on behind the scene. Now, Tiger Eye is going to help us see that clearly now. So this is why I pulled this stone for this week. As a final remark on Tiger Eye, I would like to mention that it refers to the tiger. Now, in the totem field, tiger means being present, being in the now. So we must really keep our focus on what we are acting upon in our life right now, and that is in detail. So please have your focus on what you are creating every day, in every detail, and try to change it. If you feel any kind of stress about it, try to ask some questions, and Mother Earth will make sure that you get the right answer. So dive in, and I wish you all a divinely adventurous week. I'll tune in again very soon. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye for now.